Right, so nothing is more cringe than a social interaction.
You like a cup of tea?
Especially where one of the people is an annoying street interviewer and the other is a dumb street interviewee. Let's just get straight into the cringe. First up, we've got a TikTok from Sophie Hebert.
Let me ask you a question.
Go for it.
Would you rather get $5 million or cancer?
What's the
What?
catch with the 5 mil?
Straight to your bank account, $5 million or cancer?
And what's the catch with cancer?
What's the catch with cancer? What does he mean? Cancer is the bad thing and 5 mil is the good. I've seen this guy before. I've seen him do street interviews. I think this woman is just messing with him.
You get cancer.
What question is that?
Yeah, it's pretty basic. 5 mil, I guess.
Same.
Okay.
Yo, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I can't tell whether the person adding the memes kind of got that she was being sarcastic. Like she was just flipping the script and taking the piss out of the street interviewer. And he definitely didn't understand it.
Okay.
I mean, cringe that it went over his head, but given he's wearing a Short Kings Matter t-shirt, not hugely surprising. All right, next up from the New York Post. Who is your hall pass?
Who would you pick?
Anyone in the world?
I thought that was her answer briefly. I thought she was just like, literally anyone. I would cheat on my boyfriend with literally anyone whilst he stood there as well. That is brutal. I mean, kind of brutal for the interviewer to be asking that to the girl in front of her man, but okay.
My ex-boyfriend.
Who would you pick?
He's not really thinking about his answer. He's shocked as he should be at her answer. The interviewer went on to him way too quickly. Where is the accountability for the woman saying her ex?
You.
Aw. I'm sorry. Why the ex-boyfriend?
We're gonna fight about this.
Yeah, no shit, as you should. I can't tell whether it was so mature of him to be like, you know what, I'm not going to rise to it. I'm going to say you, and I'm going to be the bigger person, and I'm going to be the one in the right when we argue about this later. Or whether he's just weak for not being like, oh, my ex. Oh, no, actually, you know that girl that I've been saying you don't need to worry about her? Her. My best friend that I hang out with all the time. And just matched her toxicity. That is painful, though. Jeez.
Why the ex-boyfriend? He's gone. You can tell me.
He was a good lover.
No. And saying he was a good lover as well. Oh my god, that is the last thing you'd want to hear from someone you're in a relationship with. That if they could hook up with anyone, it would be their ex because they were good in bed. My god, that is painful to listen to. I pray deep down that this is fake, and if it's not, I pray that this guy has left her. That would make even the most secure person in a relationship be like, what the f***? It's just so disrespectful on camera as well. All right, next. This one from the Desirable Truth. Thoughts.
How old are you?
26.
22.
How long you been together?
Okay, it's another couple.
If she gave you a guilt-free pass to sleep with anybody, would you take it?
No, sir. You might get one pass, but at the end of the day, you want one wife.
Oh, that's so sweet. I mean, he's battered. He is so drunk. He answered well. And so I fear this is a clip because she didn't repay the honesty. Oh, God, here we go.
And this is the wife I want. So no.
Damn, he wants to wife her up as well.
What about you if he gave you one?
If you gave me a guilt-free pass, I would take it.
That's crazy.
Oh, that is crazy.
Sorry.
Why is she laughing it off? You know what's crazy as well? Like, you don't have to answer. Even if deep down she's like, if you gave me a guilt-free pass, maybe I'd take it. Maybe there's some crazy good-looking celebrity out there that I've got a crazy crush with that if he genuinely offered, maybe I'd take it. You don't have to admit that. Let it remain a fantasy. He is not bringing this up. He's not offering one. Don't answer. But especially after your partner has already said, I wouldn't take it. I want to wife you up.
Who would you take it with?
Oh, this is going to get worse, isn't it?
Lindy Waters III?
Lindy Waters the Third.
Who?
Lindy Waters the I have no idea who that is. It popped up. It looked like a basketball player. It is. He's a Golden State's Warrior forward. And he's not even that good looking. Not worth naming in a hypothetical in front of your partner. Embarrassing them in front of everyone.
Don't even know who that is. That's our problem. Yep.
That's our problem. Oh, damn. I feel like they already have issues in this type of sphere. I don't know whether that means she's cheated or been disloyal, or he doesn't trust her and she's given reason for him to not trust her, or maybe she won't commit because he's like, I want to wife her, and she's not really that keen. Oh, my heart is sinking for this guy.
Yep.
Who else?
Who else is diabolical from the interviewer, by the way? Who else? Knowing that it's this awkward and that this is already a massive issue and the other guy just wants to get the hell out of there, saying who else is diabolical.
Barry Sanders, I'm in love with him.
Barry Sanders. I mean, Lindy and Barry as names for your hall passes is crazy. But again, she did not need to answer that. She saw how her boyfriend reacted after the first one. Why would you add a second?
Now, what do you think those men have over your men?
They're professional athletes.
That's crazy.
Oh, this is just... I mean, the guy's drunk, so she must be drunk and not thinking about this. But still, the type of person you have to be to say this kind of stuff in front of your partner. They're professional athletes. You spend the rest of your relationship being like, if you get the chance, you're going to leave me for a professional athlete. You want the person you're with to be like, there is nothing anyone else has that I want more than my partner.
Black or white?
One is Native American and one's black.
But do you think that any of those guys would go for you?
Junior would.
That's crazy.
Sure, that is so... So she's thought about this and thinks that she has a real possibility, which again, so much worse from this guy. This is not what you want to hear. Like, oh, by the way, I would, if given the choice, cheat on you with this guy, and by the way, he would want me back.
That's crazy. Hey, at the end of the day, it's whatever. Whatever. At the end of the day, I don't care.
Oh, I mean, he's saving face, but he so clearly cares. Any human with a heart that's in love with someone, or even has just remotely strong feelings for them, would definitely care hearing that. She's 4 years older than him. Like, she should be way more mature than that as well. Again, another one where he just needs to leave. You just need to leave in that situation. To not only think it, but say it out loud and on camera. You just can't tolerate that level of disrespect, can you? Oh, this is... The levels of cringe here are way more than I thought they'd be. I'm really struggling. And let's see what we have next. This one is from Word Up Vancouver. I was literally in Vancouver 2 days ago. What a great place. Let's see if these guys represent the local population as well as the people I met did.
What's one thing your mom doesn't know about you?
That I have 2 children.
I did not know that.
What? Your mum's a grandma and she doesn't know? To not 1 but 2 children as well. Also,
I did not know that.
his girlfriend is saying I did not know that. I mean, I'm assuming it's his girlfriend. Or worse, fiance or maybe even wife. I mean, she must be one of them, otherwise why would she react like that? Why are people revealing in front of what is probably just a phone camera? Like, these are TikToks, that's probably shot on an iPhone. Why are people revealing deep, dark relationship secrets this openly? This is something you have a serious sit-down chat with, possibly in front of a therapist. Or like a relationship counselor or something. What a way to find out.
Most people don't know that, actually, so.
You have 2 kids?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
In Puerto Rico, actually.
What the?
What the hell? This guy had the time of his life out in Puerto Rico. I mean, he almost certainly didn't wrap up. So error on his part. And I'm guessing in the same trip? Like maybe 2 different women? And he was sort of on a bit of a wild week on holiday? Because surely he didn't have 1 kid in Puerto Rico and then go back the following summer and be like, you know what? That was epic. I'm gonna do that all over again. Well, now not only does his partner know, his mum also probably knows, and the whole internet knows. What a wild thing to say. And he could have been joking. I mean, on first impressions, sometimes it's hard to know when people are joking. Like the cancer or 5 million dilemma one, obviously a joke. The way this guy delivers it with like squinting eyes, it's like a, probably shouldn't be saying this, but I'm gonna anyway. But yeah, maybe he's joking and I just haven't quite clocked that, went over my head. But the person he's with definitely didn't think it was a joke. And the way he laughs off Puerto Rico as well.
What the?
I mean, the having 2 kids isn't necessarily relationship ending, but not telling her is. And if they're in a long-term relationship, the only way she wouldn't know is if he's been going somewhere, like taking 1-week holidays here and there and lying about his whereabouts, in which case he's been lying to her face and that's deserving of a breakup. Or he's just abandoned his children there to potentially be looked after by just the mother, which generally probably wouldn't be a very attractive character trait, just abandoning responsibilities. This is nuts. All right, next we got one from Chumble Yet.
What is something all men fantasize about?
You'll answer this one. Other men.
Did you say other men?
Other men. Other men. Only men.
What? They both seem confused for very different reasons. I don't think he quite got the question, did he? I mean, obviously gay people exist. Like, some men will fantasize about other men, but not all men. Did he just answer that for himself? Which, again, is fine, but I don't think his mate knows.
Only men.
Did you boys hear that? Do you understand the question?
What I fancy?
Yeah, he answered it for himself. Which, yeah, fine. If he fantasizes about men, that's all right. But his mate was not expecting that answer.
What men fantasize about? Other men.
Make me look weird.
Amputees, mate.
What a bizarre and confusing clip. Again, I don't think this guy fully heard the question. I think he thought he got asked what he fantasizes about. He then answered men, and I think he's joking. I mean, if he was gay, his mate would probably know, right? So either another example of someone inexplicably coming out with a personal revelation in the middle of a street interview clip, or he's joking and it's just gone over everyone's heads. Well, if it was a revelation, I mean, he's very secure in himself, fair play. And if it was a misunderstanding, I think the guy at the end just came in to try and save him with edgy shock humor.
Amputees, mate.
What a weird clip.
Would you guys say the N-word to end world hunger?
Yes. To end world hunger? Absolutely.
I mean, bold question, bold answer. I mean, if you're just weighing up the suffering on either side, like if you're a moral consequentialist, the alleviation of suffering massively outweighs any suffering that might take place with us saying the N-word, right?
Some people say no. Why do you say yes?
Because people are hungry in the world. Who cares about people's feelings when their stomachs are empty?
I mean, I wouldn't say who cares about people's feelings. I think there's just a very obvious weighing to be made in the two options.
What if they got hungry again? Would you say it again?
No. Yeah.
No, what do you mean no?
Put a sandwich in their stomach for sure.
That's such a wild question, by the way. If they got hungry again, would you say it again? Like when he says solve world hunger, I think it's safe to assume that he means like institutions and procedures are in place so that like people who are currently starving are going to be fed for the rest of their lives. Like world hunger is no more for the foreseeable future. Turning it into everyone who's suffering from hunger gets fed and then they're hungry again a few hours later is only really ending world hunger temporarily. I feel like that's not really what it means. And I feel like it's a pretty reasonable answer to say, yes, I'd say that to fill them up every single mealtime. I mean, weirdest superpower ever, just being like, I kind of have to say the N-word like 3 times a day. Otherwise, millions or billions of people would die of starvation. It's like, could there not have been a better system?
What if your friends got really mad at you?
F you. I don't care.
What about people who say no? What do you think about the people who would say no to that?
F you.
Would you say it in front of your black friends?
To end world hunger, yes.
I mean, she's sure in her decision. I don't necessarily think she's wrong. The thing that's worrying me is how quickly and strongly she jumps to her answer.
F you.
Like, is she just quite intelligent and she was able to, like, weigh it up very quickly in her head? I mean, it's a somewhat obvious decision, so maybe. But a small part of me worries that she just really wants the excuse to say it. Like, I feel like a good follow-up question would have been like, would you say the N-word for an ice cream? And if she was still going, oh, yeah, then it's probably more about just saying it than it is about any advantage on the other side. Also, just a really weird question to ask in the first place. Why does he want to know? All right, we got a short one from It's Gone Viral. That went wrong so quick.
Would you rather marry someone right now that your parents picked out or be single for the rest of your life?
I'm an orphan.
All right.
I mean, he couldn't have known. I mean, it wasn't insensitive, was it? I mean, it was a reasonable question to ask. Could follow it up and be like, in that case, if they got to choose from heaven, or if they were awful people from hell, in which case maybe you wouldn't want to marry the person that they chose. That's so awkward for both of them. I wonder how it went straight after. She probably wasn't too bothered. All right, next up from Justin Awad. I'm crying.
What is the shape with 4 sides called?
I don't know. I haven't done something with shapes since like 5th grade. What kind of shape?
Yeah, if you had a guess.
I don't know. Like I don't.
A shape with 4 sides.
I know what shapes have 4 sides, but I don't know the name for it.
Yes.
To be fair, I think his mind wasn't going to square there, was it? It was going to rhombus or trapezoid, and he was like, God, I remember these weird things we learned about in maths a couple of years ago, but I wasn't paying attention. Especially when you're being asked in an interview setting, like, he's probably a bit nervous, the camera's out, he's like, oh God, I've got to be smart here. The fact that he said shapes plural makes me really think that he was thinking of those other, more obscure shapes than a square, and just panicked and couldn't remember what they were called. But maybe I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt when I shouldn't, he's actually a dumbass. Who knows?
Can you name 3 countries besides the USA?
Alabama.
That's 1.
It's a state.
New Mexico.
2.
And Connecticut.
3.
Just 3 states? Yeah, he definitely thought that he meant states, right? I mean, Americans do say that each states are like different countries in Europe. Like, US is huge, and they are so different, like culturally, geographically. Fairly dumb, but may have been another misunderstanding. Took him a long time to name 3 states, though, as an American.
What is 1 quarter plus 2 dimes?
1 quarter plus 2.
How much money is that?
That's 65 cents. Is it? 65 cents?
Yes.
I actually wouldn't get this right. What the hell is a dime? Is that 10 cents? Is it a quarter plus? Is it 45? A 10-cent coin.
That's 65 cents.
See, I want to laugh, but I've been on YouTuber game shows and YouTuber quizzes and all this kind of stuff. And it's crazy how when there's a camera in your face, how dumb you can be. Like, the camera can go off and you can just think about it for a second and be like, why did I say that? I knew the answer. Like, where's that come from? I mean, it happens to me in gaming videos as well. I look back on the edit like, how are you not seeing this thing in front of you? Or how are you not solving this puzzle? Or like, how do you not know where to go? It's so obvious. But at the time, the camera goes on and something just changes, I swear. So quiz questions I can be a little bit more lenient on. The disrespecting your partner and coming out with insane revelations though, I can't quite defend. All right, this one from Danny Jackal definitely takes the cake. Hashtag dirt with Danny. Where's this going?
What's the worst text message to receive?
My ex actually texted me and said he hooked up with my twin sister on accident, and that's how we ended.
That cannot have been an accident. I mean, I know identical twins. They look so similar, but you can tell them apart, especially if you know them well. Like, if you know them well enough to be in a relationship. That wasn't an accident. That was just cheating.
How long were you dating?
2.5 years.
You'd think he'd have it down.
Yeah. Wrong sister.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a mistake. He just straight up cheated on you. And also, bad from the boyfriend, but bad from the sister. Even if she believes that he made a mistake, the twin sister knew. That is absolutely mental. I mean, dark question, but it was a hypothetical. I mean, getting a text saying, I've cheated on you, definitely is one of the worst, more common texts to receive. With a twin sister, much less common, but not hypothetically the worst text message to receive. How about a text that says, everyone you ever loved has just died, and just before they died, they all admitted that they thought you were cringe and never really loved you in the first place. That's gotta be one of the worst, right? Actually, you know what would really hurt me? If someone sent me a text being like, there's someone watching this video who's enjoying it, wants to see more of your content, but hasn't hit subscribe yet. If that's you, you can mend my broken heart by hitting subscribe right now. It's free, it only takes a second. You'll get more videos like this as soon as I upload them, and it would be very much appreciated. And with that, that is unfortunately all we have time for today. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye.